Ms. Watson of California.
Mr. Chairman, Ms. Ross-Layton, but especially Mr. Mike Honda, I want to say to you, arigato gozaimasu, my good friend and colleague, for providing the leadership in introducing House Resolution 121, a resolution that expresses the sense of the House of Representatives that the government of Japan should formally acknowledge, apologize, and accept historical responsibility for its imperial armed forces, coercion of young women into sexual slavery, known as comfort women, from the 1930s through the duration of World War II. And I further commend Mr. Honda for his appreciation and understanding that people, institutions, and governments must take responsibility for their actions, both good and evil, and that apologies on matters of historical import are critical to the process of healing and reconciliation. And I also want to thank Mr. Burton for recognizing the United States and its dark past of slavery. More on that at another time. But knowledge of the past, as well as acknowledgement of the past, is a key to understanding the present. It is the safest and surest emancipation. So it is in the spirit of emancipation from the past, as well as reconciliation and justice for the so-called comfort women, that I am certain Mr. Honda has introduced H.R. 121. And the purpose is not to bash the government of Japan, but rather to speak to truth, to speak to the fact that the historical and current plight of comfort women has not been properly witnessed, nor has compensation to the victims been sufficiently provided. Mr. Honda's heritage as a Japanese American, the fact that he lived in a Japanese American internment camp in California during World War II are also pertinent and instructive. Approximately 40 years after the imprisonment of Japanese Americans, the United States government formally apologized for its role and offered reparations. No nation's hands are clean when it comes to human rights violations. We cannot selectively speak or seek the truth. We must speak it, and we must seek it wherever it lies. Japan is an important ally of the United States, and we appreciate it. But that will not change. Our alliance will not change. I am certain, moreover, that Japan's bilateral as well as multilateral relations will be strengthened, particularly on the Asian continent, when it fully and with due diligence confronts its past. By honestly and openly facing its past, Japan will enrich its future. And finally, Mr. Chairman, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the incredible contribution of former Congressman Lane Evans to nurturing and shepherding this important legislation. So when I cast my vote today in the affirmative for House Resolution 121, it will also be a vote that I cast to affirm the good works also of Mr. Evans. Arigatou gozaimasu.